Hi, my name's Padami and this is my support guide on Sona. For my rune page I take Armor Penetration Quints, Hybrid Penetration Marks, 4 Armor Yellows, 4 Scaling Mana Regen Yellows, 6 CDR Glyphs and 3 Magic Resist Glyphs. With this rune page I end up with 16 Armor Penetration at level 1. I like running this as it lets you get through all the armor that tanky supports like Braum and Thresh have. Here is a clip that shows you the differences. This damage is without armor penetration, and this one is with armor penetration. In the defense tree, I take enchanted armor to make up for the lack of armor and magic resistance in my rune page. I take recovery, veteran's tears, and juggernaut for the increased health and health regen, and 1 point in block. In utility, I take 1 point in fleet of foot for some movement speed, 3 in meditation, which goes into strength of spirit, so I can get more mana and health regen, 1 in alchemist, which goes into culinary master. I like running this on Sona so I can harass more in the lane and get the extra 10% on my potions. Greed, scavenger, wealth and bandit for the money regen, and intelligence for the CDR reduction. Now I'm going to show you how I lane with Sona in the early levels. So I've taken Q to start as I want to start harassing the lane. When you're against a healer support like Nami, the best thing you can do is force them to heal themselves instead of their AD carry. They waste mana this way and have to give up essentially any sustain to their AD carry. So you can see the Nami has started backing off and she has to heal herself while Lucian is poking down Vayne. We know that Lucian's stronger over Vayne in the early levels, so we're using that to our advantage. Nami comes back into the brush, and by that time Lucian's already flanked her from the left, meaning that she can't escape, and it gives his first blood. My starting items on Sona, I go for a Spell Thief's Edge with 2 biscuits and 2 mana pots. I then get my Ruby Crystal and turn it into a Sightstone, and then upgrade my G per 5 into a Frostfang. Then my items really depend on what the team needs. If we are equal or ahead, I would go Chalice into Miko's Crucible. If we are behind, I try and go for a bit more tanky, so I would take a Locket if they have a lot of AoE damage, Banshee's Veil for burst AP damage. If you're against a team with a lot of escapes or stealthy assassins, you can go for Twin Shadows to catch them. If you're really ahead, you can go for a Void Staff after your Iceborne Gauntlet, but only if there isn't anything else that the team needs. Just think about what items you can get to support your team before you decide to go straight for damage items. Now, Iceborne Gauntlet is one of my favourite items on Sona. It gives me 500 mana, 60 armour, 30 ability power, and 10% cooldown reduction. Every one of these benefits Sona and more because it also gives you a Sheen proc, which means that your next basic attack will deal bonus physical damage equal to 125% base attack damage on hit. So if you add this damage along with Sona's Power Core passive, it's a lot of damage for someone to take, and a lot of summoners get surprised by how much damage you can actually do with it. Iceborne Gauntlet also slows an enemy's movement speed by 30% for 2 seconds. When you finish your G per 5 into a Frostqueen's Claim, that also slows enemies in its range by 80% for 2 seconds. So you have these 2 items with really powerful slows, and then on top of it, Sona's Power Card on Song of Clarity slows a target by 40% by 2 seconds. If you time it right, that gives you 6 seconds where an enemy has their movement speed reduced. That is more than enough time for your team to be able to catch someone and take a kill. So here is my tips and tricks for Sona. Number 1 is to stand near your AD carry to give them your buff. As silly as it sounds, a lot of people tend to forget this, especially when you're in lane, so if you're against a Sona who doesn't use her auras properly, you can punish her pretty easily for it. Number 2 is use your spell twice before you leave the fountain. It means that you can help your jungler take red buff, and when you get into lane, your next spell will give you a power card, so you can hit the AD carry in the face with it. So you're either forcing them to back off or to trade with you. Number 3 is remember your power card will change if you use a spell before an auto attack. It's frustrating when you have Song of Clarity or power card but accidentally use another spell first and then you have no slow to catch someone. Alright, thanks for listening guys. Here's the herps, dirts and highlights.
Padami ni Amata.